let's get back to this. So in case you have like a data type and you don't know what type it is, right? So let's say we have this distance traveled. I can now say print. Then there's this type function also that tells you the type of data that is stored within that variable. So I can add this, say distance is a, so basically it should tell us that distance is a float. So let's run this again. So enter 4. So distance is a class float, right? So it's a float type. So you can do that as well. Now, when it comes to arithmetic operations, say arithmetic operations. So arithmetic operations are just basically your mathematical tasks or functions. You want to add, you want to divide, you want to do some complex algebra. All those are arithmetic, right? Now, for you to perform all this, you need mathematical or arithmetic symbols, and in programming these symbols are called operands. So arithmetic operands, so we have the regular ones, we have plus, we have minus, so this is plus, minus, divide or division. You have what else do we have? We have multiplication. So you have these 4 major operands in mathematical operations, mathematical operands or arithmetic operands. Then you have you also have this, you have modulus, the modulus operator. So the modulus operator, what it does is it checks, it returns the remainder of a division. So let's say we have 9 modulus 2 is going to give us 1, which is the remainder, right? So we also have this operator. So this is 2 division signs, and this gives us the result of the division. So in this case, 9 divided by 2 will give us 4, right? So you're getting how many times 9 can be divided by 2. So these are some common mathematical operands. So like I also mentioned, we have Boolean values. So we can say is false is equal to false, like this. So we are storing a value, and Boolean values can either be true or false. So if you try to store like a regular number, this will just be a number instead. But for us to create a Boolean value, you can say either true or false, like this. So at this stage, if you now do type is false, so let me print this now. Let me print this and move it to the top so that I don't have to run the entire program to get the results. So let's run primer again. You can see the class is bool, which is a Boolean data type. Now we have different types of statements. We've written mathematical statements. We also have conditional statements. We have loops and so on, right? So let's write some logical operations. So what I'll do is I'll take, no, not this. Let me take this, our user data. So I'll just take this. So we have this, right? Now we want to have conditional operations. So conditional operations are just basically statements that are used when decision has to be made. A decision to know, okay, if someone is old enough to do a particular thing, old enough to vote, tall enough to do some kind of work and stuff like that, right? So for things like that, we use conditional operations. And these conditional operations also have their own operands. You have your regular less than or greater than, less than, and so on, right? Equal to, not equal to. So now we are collecting our user data. Our user is entering their name, their year of birth, and so on. So let's say we are building, so let's print in this project, let's print welcome to Wonderland. Enter your details to proceed. So I'll take this to the top of the file. I'll take this to the top of the file. So once the user enters their name, we can now say, okay, I want to check if, let's say we have this ride. The name of the ride is Scary Ride. So if you want to be on the scary ride, you have to either be older than 17, which means you're an adult and you can consent, or taller than let's say 150 centimeters, for example, right? So if you look at this, there are rides like this in most theme parks where it's either you are adult or you are tall enough to join the ride. So for us to perform this operation, this is a conditional operation, right? It's either you are older than 17 or taller than 150 centimeters, right? So we can now say if let's not use brackets, so let's say if, let's change this, instead of year of birth, let's change this to age, so that you just enter age directly. If age is greater than 17 or height is greater than 150 centimeters, then we can now say, can now print and say let's say name is qualified for the scary ride, right? So it's either this or this. So if you meet either of the conditions, then you are qualified for the scary ride. So let's run this again. So your name, say James, say our age is, let's put 18, and our weight is 60 kg. The height, let's put 145, which is less. James is qualified for the scary ride. So James only met one condition, right, which was the age, and that's because we're using this or. Now if we change this to and, right, it means you have to meet both conditions. You have to be older than 17 and taller than 150 centimeters. So let's run this again. So let's say this is John, and John is 18, just like James, and John is also 60, and John is also 145. So at this stage, you're not getting this message anymore. That's because John does not meet this condition. So for people like John, we can now give them another statement. We can now say else print. So I'll just copy this line and just put it here. It's not qualified for scary ride. So let's enter John's detail again. John age 18, weight 60, and height 145. John is not qualified for the scary ride. That's because we changed that or to and. If we change the and back to or, that means he's going to be qualified for this particular ride. So this is how conditional statements work. You have a certain condition that has to be met, and you can concatenate conditions. You can have just a single condition here. If you are 17, if you're older than 17, then you're either qualified or not. Or you can concatenate them using this, right? You can also add another or. Weight is less than, let's say, 50, right? You can concatenate as many of these statements as you want within reason, right? Because the longer this line becomes, the more difficult it is. It gets to understand what the real condition you're looking for is. So this is conditional statements in a nutshell. So let me just copy this, then undo. So I'll bring this back here, conditional statements. So I'm changing this to age to fix that error. So basically this is conditional statement in just briefly. We didn't go too in depth into conditional statements in this video, but also in between you can have an elif statement. So elif now is, we can now say, we can bring this. So we can say is either you are both 17, let me change this back to or, so that it makes sense. Either you're over 17 or you're over 150 centimeters in height. Then else if you are less than, let's change this, let's say greater than 50 kg, we can still tell you that you are qualified. We can still tell you that you are qualified.